So we just wrapped up on the demo and the live stream. Apologies that I don't actually have footage of it. We had some technical difficulties on an audio level, so I didn't actually record the entire demo. So I sincerely apologize. But Echoes of Aincrad, so our online demo is available right now. The game should be coming out on July 9th. And playing the demo really gave us a good look at the combat, gave us an inkling of the story, which for all of you who are also SAO fans, it really gives you that beta feel. Everybody's like, oh yeah, we're all playing the beta right now. It feels great. Like, and even the ending that we just saw going into it, like it really felt like we were really in our creative character. We were part of this story, part of this world, not just playing Kirito, playing Asuna. Like, no, we are this character that we have. And I recommend everyone out there who wants to even play Echoes of Aincrad or thinking about it, play the demo. As you see here on the screen, your save data from the demo is carried over. Looking at some of the stuff in Reddit, you max out at level 15, but you can go ahead and have access to all the weapons. So you already have all the weapon archetypes, and you can level all those proficiencies up, getting their max level as much as possible before it maxes out. Like it ranks rank 4. I'll just call it a rank. But you can really do a lot. I mean, I can actually go back into this beta, back into the demo, and continue playing on, getting other treasure chests that I missed, so I can be really ready when the game comes out, and all of my stuff will carry over to the game except for those who play the death game. So the ones who play the permadeath mode, your save data will not really carry over. So keep that in mind. My thoughts on it, again, I am a Sword Art Online fan. I've watched all of them, even the gun one. And this really felt more in my spirit. I wish it was certainly an MMORPG because that's just where I am, but having to actually face the dungeon there and even seeing the overworld, I wish felt more open, but this is of course a demo, so I'm not sure if we really even got to see like a full everything. But when you went out and did your missions, that's the only time you ever went to the overworld, is when you were doing your missions. And you had this section of the map that you could do that, so it pertained to the mission that you were doing, to your quest. So I hope that we can actually visit the overworld outside of quests in the release of the game. And as I'm speaking about this, no, I really haven't seen much of the release of the game, like in a story element, outside of, like, this is not following really Kirito. This is like everything else is happening in Aincrad in the game. We definitely heard mentions of Kirito, like, oh yeah, he played this earlier in the beta. It's like, oh yeah, I bet he did. So this was really just a good, fun thing. We played around with two of the weapons, which was the sword and shield that you start off with, and then we also changed over later in the demo to the two-handed, to the great sword. And the great sword and the single sword was an absolute change of pace of really attacking. So I feel like this was like the lightest of light of Dark Souls in my eyes, and I say that because of how the combat is. Like, if you swing your sword and you miss, there's absolutely a couple of, like, you feel that you swung and missed. It's like, shoot, I should have not done that. He's right there beside me and I'm about to get hit. Let me spam that dodge button. Hopefully it registers. So you have to really understand your placement of where your attacks are, because they are going to miss. You can't just hack and slash this. You really need to be methodical with how you're attacking. Be aware of your surroundings, because there's going to be a lot of people around, or a lot of enemies, so you might just get ganged up. So you might just have to readjust how you're running around and everything. Persona permadeath mode is going to be really fun. I may give it a try. I don't know. I didn't die yet, but you really feel like dying. And when you start off in the game, definitely in this, in really the world, you basically start off in a town. Once you get your inn, you get a room. everything you can do to prepare yourself for the overworld, you do in this town. You craft your gear, you craft your weapons, you level up your weapons. You don't even level up your gear. So your gear itself, you just craft the one time and it's like, okay, cool, you have it and you just swap it back and forth. So the crafting you're going to be doing is a lot of synthesizing, which means you're going to take your bonus EX mods in your weapon and you can transfer them to another weapon. And that allows you to like utilize my great sword was amazing. It had plus 35 HP. It had bonus damage to my sword skills, and it really, because I had a normal attack plus 11%, but my other sword had a normal attack plus 15. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna synthesize that. Give me that plus 15 on my good great sword. Like, let's go. So synthesizing, once I did that, like, it felt amazing. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is a good feeling. I feel like I'm upgrading, and I'm just throwing in all the weapons to level it up to the highest rank as I can. And my great sword was much stronger than I ever anticipated when I first started out. And I will say, you do have skills. You will have skills that your weapon will gain as it gets higher in proficiency. So if you're looking and thinking about, like, maybe I need to actually start looking at leveling up all those weapons, yeah, this is probably the perfect time to do it in the demo, to level up all those weapons, get all those proficiencies for the weapons. So when you start the game, you really start off on the best foot forward. Because again, all that save data comes over to the demo. We got to experience a dungeon. That was the end of the demo, and experiencing the dungeon, even seeing the tutorial tips, is like, hey, this dungeon here always changes every time you enter. It's like, what the hell you mean it changes every time it enters? So the pathway to how it gets there is going to change. Probably like treasure chest locations are going to change. So experiencing the dungeon when the game goes live is going to be a very interesting thing. I do enjoy that you're able to have a partner NPC with you. You start off with Iori as your partner the entire demo, and he had an amazing ability of a healing circle. So you're able to heal yourself over time when you're standing in that circle. He has 2 charges of it. I think that was fantastic, and I did not utilize that to the best of my ability because I just apparently wanted to really just take the damage. But combat really felt great. The crafting, even just really experiencing the small bit of it that we did, the synthesizing and leveling up really feels rewarding. And someone in chat definitely was like, yeah, this is definitely a looter slasher. And when you open up those chests, you're just going around getting materials all over the overworld. The dungeons are giving you stacks of everything, of materials, of consumables and weapons. It's like, this is a lot. And it also has blueprints in the treasure chests as well, so you can craft even better weapons and better gear as you're going. So if you are certainly a Sword Art Online fan, which I'm sure most people are if you're watching this, definitely I think this is going to be a great introduction to the game and gives us a side view, a side quest of how everybody else is adjusting to this game. And yeah, I think this is going to be a great addition to the Sword Art Online genre for all the games in the library. And I'm really excited to play this. This is going to be a really great experience, I feel, and really good RPG. So I certainly wish that I could have this more as an MMO or as a co-op thing. As someone in chat, Persona, said that the permadeath mode is going to be sick. So I'm actually going to go over to, I'm going to go to the Steam store so we can actually take a look at it. And so it comes out on July 9th. We are, as of this video, 3 weeks away. So you can purchase it for $70. The deluxe edition is $90, and then the ultimate is $110. So it does have a pre-order bonus of the Proto. No. Looks like it's like the super black and white stuff. It almost looks like Kirito's weapons, to be honest, like how it looks. But it's a Proto Illucidador series. 6 weapons inspired by the prototype of the signature weapon of the Black Swordsman. Yeah. So it includes 6 weapons and shields and the blueprint, so you can create more to increase that synthesis down the road. So here's the deluxe edition, the Death Game Mode early unlock. So this is what the deluxe edition has. It's the main game, the expansion DLC, a starter pack, which looks like it's 50,000 coal, which is the currency. High healing potions are 10. SP potions are your skill points. And then 10 mystical crystals. Didn't see what mystical crystals are in the game. We didn't actually see those, so I don't know what that is. But then yeah, Death Game Mode early unlock, which obviously again, you know exactly what that is. Everyone in Sword Art Online knows what the Death Game Mode early unlock is. And then here is the Ultimate Edition for the 110. You get the main game, the expansion DLC. I think it only feels like it's only one expansion DLC, but might be a pack of 3. We'll have to see. You got Death Game Mode early unlock, and then the Echoes of Aincrad unanswered butterfly bonus contents app. Looks like the special anime, digital soundtrack, digital art book, and an armor pack of Flutter boots and the Flutter robes. So you get a nice little armor pack too. God, that actually feels. Now I want the armor pack, but I don't really want anything else. But we didn't also get a chance to really do the customer. I didn't do the character creation in the demo. I don't think it's there, but yeah, this was fun. This was a good experience. I'm really happy they threw out the demo. So right here with the exploring the world, wander. That's really cool how they did that. Thank you for that video. Wander across diverse cities and journey through stunning environments, from serene plains to perilous dungeons filled with secrets. Complete quests, hunt rare treasures, and challenge formidable foes in real time. Action combat with the map expands as your story unfolds, revealing new areas and dangers at every turn. One of the things I really did enjoy experiencing in the overworld were what was called relics. So relics had these guardian bosses that you unlocked and opened, and they unlocked like extra pathways or a different method to get to a chest. And they're little mini bosses, and they were certainly difficult. They were scary at some times, because there's one that did poison, and there was a giant bear that did burning fire, and I absolutely hated that bear of fire. He sucks so much. Didn't die. I didn't die, but that's still the point. One thing I'll also talk about with defining your progression too is when you're in your chest doing your growth, you're leveling up your stats and everything. Your stats do have bonus mods with it. So if you put 5 points into health, into your vitalization, you're going to have bonuses over on the side that's going to tell you, it's like, hey, you get extra stamina. Hey, you get extra health. So the 5, the 10s, the 15s, like every 5 that you do, you're getting bonuses on top of it. And I realized that when I was leveling up my grades and my weapons for my weapons, because every weapon has a different grade depending on strength, agility, dexterity, and intellect. So my great sword was based off of dexterity. So I was like, yeah, let me throw some points in dexterity, get 10 points. I had like 4 bonuses of extra, like, yeah, your parry and block window is increased by like 3%. Your damage is increased. And I'm like, this is amazing. And you, at least in the demo, you can reset your skills. So if I was going to switch over to a different weapon, I would be able to reset my skills and redo all of my growth points, all my everything to fit that new build. So define your progression is in the truest sense that you have your stats, you have your growth points, spend them how you can. And again, play the demo, experience the demo. It's a free demo. And if you like it, great. You can pick up the game, and your save progression in your demo moves over to the end product, when the game releases. Or if you didn't like it, hey, you play the demo, but your progression's always still there for you to move over into the finished game. So I do thank And I do apologize. I actually didn't even see who the developers of this game was. So my apologies. Oh, yeah, of course. So Game Studio Inc. is the developer. Bandai Namco Entertainment is the publisher. Should have known because it was an anime. Thank you, Bandai. So thank you, Game Studio, so much for releasing this demo, giving us all a chance to experience this game. And please, again, for any Sword Art Online fan, I think this is the game that will really get us involved into the story and experience this going forward. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this thoughtful video of just my thoughts of after playing the demo. And I do again apologize. I don't actually have my game footage from the stream because I had some technical difficulties. So hope this thoughtful video worked out for you. And if not, certainly let me know. And if I need to replay the demo, wink, then I'll replay the demo so we can actually get some footage in there so you guys can actually see this full hand. But July, it does suck, I will say, because I already have I told myself I had an engagement on July 10th, but if I can play this on July 9th, at least a day before my other game that I'm playing, I'm definitely going to be jumping into this game when I get it onto my schedule. But thank you all so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Be sure to hit the subscribe and like and watch other videos. They're somewhere probably around here. Hope you guys enjoy yourselves. Have a great one. I'm just going to keep staring just to make it awkward for everybody. Just